So we have a big fight weekend this week. The UFC is off in Dubai, and who better to come on to break down the fights than my boy, Bully the Line. How you doing today, my man?
Good, and yourself. Hope you had a good week, Eric.
You know what? Good week. We got NBA, we got NHL, we got MLB playoffs, college football. It's like everything is going on. Now you throw in this UFC card. It is a phenomenal weekend of sports. I'm really interested to hear like who you're going to be invested in, who you're going to be backing in this fight card. It's shaping up to be a pretty good fight card, I think.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a fight card of the year, man. You got the fight starting off, 10 a.m. Eastern time, going all the way up into mid afternoon. About I think the main event starts about 5:45 Eastern time. So got all the fights going on. You got college football going on, man. So big. Got MLB. So you got big Saturday tomorrow. So definitely looking forward to it. It's definitely fight of the year, though.
So in terms of betting, let's start it off. What is the first bet you are looking to lock in, my man?
Yeah, man, I'm jumping right into the main card. I had a bet on Lucas Amadea on the undercard, but that fight was scratched due to weight management. So that fight's off. So I actually have no bets on the undercard. So I'm gonna jump right into the main card, man. And I'm going with Kate Chukagagan. Plus 174, man. I'm gonna roll with her because I'm trying to look at value on these bets. She has a height and reach advantage over her opponent, and man, Farrot, I think that's what her name is, and she's also fought better competition and just a more experienced fighter than I think her opponent is. So with that said, I think there's a little bit of value there on that plus 174. I'm going to take a shot with it. I like the height and the reach advantage, of Caitlin in this fight. I think, she's 2 inches taller. She's got a 3-inch reach advantage on her, on the opponent. So I'm going to roll with Caitlin in this one, man. Plus 174 is my first bet.
All right, I have the same. I have a bet in the same fight, but I am taking Fiorot. I think I said that right. If I didn't, I apologize. Um, I'm taking her to win by knockout at plus 430. My thought process is this. I think when she starts to land those power punches, Chokagan will look to get to the ground. I don't think she'll be able to. I think she's going to use her leg kicks to kind of neutralize the reach advantage and the height advantage. And I think she's going to be able to get her to the ground. Like I said, she's got 6 KO victories at a price at plus 430. That's just too juicy to pass up.
Yeah, definitely, good odds on that. In these UFC fights, especially these women fights, you really just never know. There's always a good shot, either way. Another one of the fights I do like in one of my parlays later on, I do like this fight to go the distance. These two fighters just really don't knock each other out, that kind of thing. So, like, Caitlin has 0 wins by knockout, and I believe Minion has 2. So they're really kind of that, go to the ground sort of deal. So they're really knocking anybody out. I really also do like this fight to go the distance too, as well. I think, but it's heavily juiced. So I'm gonna throw that in a parlay.
Sounds good. I like that. Next fight. Where are you going to, my man?
Man, I'm going to the Peter Yan and Sean O'Malley fight. Man, this one's going to be kicking off about 4:15 Eastern time. Another fight on the main card, and I like Sean O'Malley by decision at plus 400. I'm gonna throw a stab at that. Once again, Sean O'Malley, he's got the height and the reach advantage over Yan, and they're both good strikers, and they both have good, I'd say leg kicks too as well. So this one's going to be, one of those fights that usually won't be kind of going to the ground there. And usually Yan starts out pretty slow on a number of his fights as well. So I'm just going to hope that, maybe Peter O'Malley can take advantage of maybe a slow start once again by Yan and, maybe get into the judge's eye towards the end of the fight. Maybe it goes to a decision. Obviously, I hope it goes to a decision, and maybe you never know. You never know with these judges. You never know where they may go, and I'm going to take a stab at O'Malley at plus 400.
Yeah, I think this fight is either going to go one of two ways, and one way I have O'Malley, like you just broke down. My other way is I think that O'Malley's weakness is the leg kick. I think Yan is going to expose that. He's a powerful striker. He's never been outstruck in a fight. I expect him to use his experience to attack these leg kicks, open up O'Malley, get him and knock him out. I think at knockout 340, I think that's just too good of a price. I think he's going to get the fight against the front fence. You uses Muay Thai. I just think that he's going to use the experience and his power to take advantage of O'Malley.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, good angle to look at. One thing that I know about, O'Malley is that he's not a pushover, man. He takes his fight deep. He goes deep into fights, and I think he can do that with, Jan here. So, man, I'm looking at a decision, but I would be surprised if O'Malley got knocked out, honestly.
Next fight, where are you going?
Yeah, man, I'm going to the co-main event here. I got TJ Dillashaw plus 140 against Sterling. This is another one of those lightweight fights as well. That's lightweight, correct? I think it's a lightweight. Looking at the wrong thing here. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, TJ Dillashaw's got very good defense, so he's going to want to keep this fight on his feet. And Dillashaw's got really good striking. So if he can block a lot of any sort of, wrestling moves that Sterling has, because he is not a knockout guy, he's going to want to do, be submitting. He's obviously going to try to, submit TJ Dillashaw. If he can block those, just keep that fight on his feet, because obviously Dillashaw can knock people out. He's already got 7 TKOs in his UFC career. So if he can keep this fight on the ground, keep this fight, on his feet, being able to block any sort of counter moves by Sterling, I'll take TJ Dillashaw plus 140, man. A little bit of an upset there.
I like it. But I went the other way. I'm sorry. I look at it like this isn't prime Dillashaw. He's coming off a knee injury, which is going to hurt his ability to stop Sterling's wrestling. I think Sterling's going to realize that he can't stand to go toe-to-toe with him. I think he's going to look to get this to the mat. Looking at Dillashaw's career, he's never had to wrestle anyone for a full 5 rounds. I think at this point of their careers, Sterling is more versatile fighter. I think they're going to go on the ground. I think Sterling will be able to get his back, and I think he's going to be able to choke him out. I'm looking at submission. It's plus 500. That's really juicy. So I'm gonna lock that in. I'm taking swings, boys and girls. I'm swinging for fences in these fights. And
you know me, I'm a sucker for those big odds, man. I may have to just kind of maybe hedge a little bit, maybe throw something down on that Sterling submission, because he is a very good submission fighter. So taking a stab with those kind of odds is really really good. So we'll definitely see.
Shoot, man. Do you have any more action for us, my man?
Yeah, I'm going with the main event, obviously. Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev. I'm going with that this fight will go over 3 full rounds at plus 165. I think this is almost like a toss-up fight. I think both fighters are. I know both gonna be going at it. Right up from the start. But I just kind of see them kind of playing it out towards the end, man. And I don't see it really ending quickly. These fighters are just too good for each other, and I just kind of see this one maybe going 4 or 5 rounds for someone kind of cracks there, and obviously Charles Oliveira, he has a record for the most submissions in all of UFC history, so he's obviously going to be going for those submissions, so that's going to take up some time off the clock, in those rounds. So. He's walking into, Islam's backyard there in the Middle East. So a little bit of advantage there for him. But I honestly think this matchup's a toss up, and I'm just gonna take the over, man, and hopefully, for a good fight goes in the later rounds.
I think this one goes decision. I saw Islam at plus 440 to win by this decision. I think the big underlying thing of this is we're discounting what striking game Islam has. I think his striking game is going to make it easier to get this to the mat. He's going to be able to out wrestle and just kind of outpoint his way to a victory here. I completely agree with your way of thinking, but I'm just going to play the decision because Olave, he hasn't been submitted since 2016, so I don't think he's going to be able to catch him or anything. I think this is going to be just a classic wrestling match where Islam's going to be able to get the victory, my man.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I agree there, man. The number of points I do like that. That over the 3 rounds, man. I was going to take it to go the distance, but I decided to just take the 3 rounds, take the ones plus that 465, and hopefully I can call it a win. So,
all right, well, Jason, I'd like to thank you for coming on, talking a little UFC. Any weekend that there is a pay-per-view, he's going to be coming on here. We're going to be breaking down the fights, telling you our bets. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you online?
Yeah, as usual, man, you can follow me on Twitter @BoyTheLine. And obviously follow our picks, man. Eric, you're on fire, man, in the month of October. 10-2 overall, 24-10, man, hitting at 70% on my podcast, your picks. Dude, you're on fire, man. You may want to fade me, follow Eric, and you win it all weekend.
Oh man, dude, but
you're killing it, man. You're on fire, dude. You are on fire, my friend.
I appreciate it, man. I'm just, like I said, man, I'm just trying to, I just keep my head down, not get cocky, keep moving in the right direction, not overthink it, man.
I know your style, man. I know your style. So, man, you're on fire, man. In the month of October. Actually, been on fire since football season started. So, congrats, my friend.
Thank you for the kind words, my friend, and we'll talk soon.
All right, thanks, Eric.